He married my daughter for my house, but I already had his freedom in my hands. The wedding had barely ended when my new son-in-law cornered me in the kitchen. He smiled, that fake, sugary smile, and said, "Mother, it's time you moved to a retirement home. You don't need this big house anymore. Leave it to us." I almost choked on my tea. Not from shock. Oh no. I laughed. Because what he didn't know was that I was already 5 steps ahead. You see, while he thought I was just a harmless old woman, I had been quietly watching him from the start. The sudden interest in my daughter, the way he hovered over property documents, the way his eyes lit up not at her, but at the mention of my house. So I did my own digging, and what I found could burn his shiny little world to ashes. Turns out, my charming son-in-law had a past life he thought no one knew about. Fraud, embezzlement, a string of illegal deals swept neatly under the rug. But I unearthed them one by one, like treasures buried in dirt. And before the wedding even began, I walked into the police station and handed over every shred of evidence. The officers told me to sit tight. They were building the case. So when he tried to evict me from my own home, thinking he had all the power, I simply leaned back in my chair and said, "Funny you should mention leaving this house, because you'll be leaving it long before I do." His smirk faded. 2 weeks later, the knock came not on my door, but on his. Police, badges gleaming, handcuffs ready. My daughter screamed as they led him away in front of the neighbors, his secrets spilling across headlines like spilled ink. Local man arrested in fraud scandal. The crazy part? He hadn't just married my daughter for my property. He had signed all their joint accounts into his name before the arrest. But because of my report, those accounts were seized as evidence. Instead of inheriting my home, he left my daughter broke, humiliated and husbandless. And me? I kept my house, my peace, and my pride. That's the beauty of revenge. It isn't loud. It isn't rushed. It's patient, sharp, and delivered at the perfect moment when the guilty least expect it. So remember, never underestimate a woman who has nothing to lose and everything to protect. If you loved this story of betrayal turned into ultimate payback, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me for more jaw-dropping stories of revenge, secrets, and shocking twists. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next one.